Hi everyone, it's Chi again, back to share more healing messages from my heart to yours. I'm happy to be back home, as you can tell, and it's been about 3 days since I've started the Hoxsey treatment. We got back a few days ago, and the ingredients, the salve, the U salve, got shipped separately, so I did not include it in my first Hoxsey treatment plan video, so I'm going to show it to you now. It looks like this, and I got 2 jars of it, so that's 6 months supply, and it's greenish on the inside, and you just put it on the armpit area and the breast once a day, and then the Hoxsey ointment, you do it at night. So it's a lot of fun self-care stuff that I'm having, but none of it is harmful to the body. It's all natural. It's all about self-care and supporting the immune system. That's what I love about Hoxsey. And the vibe, I'm an energy sensitive, so the vibe I got there was really good. I mean, I can tell when something is not quite right or someone's being dishonest, but I did not get that at all from the entire trip that I was there, from everyone I met, both the staff and the patients. Everyone was just really honest, coming straight from the heart, which I loved. Which made it easier for me to connect to them and do interviews and encourage them to share their stories and share my story. So I would say all in all, it was a very successful first trip to biomedical, and I'm looking forward to going back in 6 months for my follow-up. So this is a part 2 video of my treatment plan. I showed you some of the paperwork of kind of the prescriptions and what I'm supposed to be doing as far as like supplements and diet. I've not really modified my diet too much because I was eating pretty good to begin with, and I was eating a little bit of fish before, so I guess now I'll eat a little bit more fish, since wild-caught fish is okay on the Hoxsey diet, as well as organic clean meats, chicken or beef or lamb, but I tend to avoid meats in general. That's just me. So just do what your body feels, because the Hoxsey diet is if you're used to doing a plant-based, whole plant-based diet, the Hoxsey plan is easy. It's just broader, right? But remember, no vinegar and no tomatoes and no pork, right? Because the vinegar and all forms of vinegar, that means rice wine vinegar, balsamic vinegar, most salad dressings, and tomatoes are in a lot of products too, right? So that's kind of the 2 gotchas there. But if you prepare your own meals and read ingredients really well, you won't have too much of an issue. And there are alternative recipes for salad dressing using lemon juice or lime juice, and tomatoes. You can probably live without them. Green salsa verde, tastes pretty good, right? And thank goodness we can still have avocados, people. All right, so I think small price to pay for a treatment plan that has a long track record. I mean, this facility has been around for 55 years, many testimonials, many quote unquote incurable patients have gone there and lived long lives with their cancers under control or in remission. And it's not a magic bullet, right? It requires the holistic approach, and that's why I resonate with them. And that's why like I said, my approach has always been to go within first, and then just let the universe align outwardly your next step, so that you make steps that are in resonance and alignment with who you really are, and alignment with your soul, so you're not flailing around wasting time and money and energy, right? Because everything's about energy. Everything's about bringing back all the energy into your body, into your heart space, to use for your own healing, your own manifestation, right? And remember, we're living in a holographic 3D reality made of particles of light. See, so you're always creating your reality, right? Even if you're creating an experience of going to biomedical in Tijuana, and an experience of meeting nice people, an experience of getting put on a treatment plan that is in resonance with who you are. This is an experience that I am creating in my consciousness, right? So at a very high level truth, everything is one, the inner and the outer. As your consciousness becomes more self-aware, it starts to proactively and actively engage in reality co-creation, right, with all that is. Source energy, God, the unified field, as Joe Dispenza would put it. Joe Dispenza is a little bit more scientific, and I love him because he combines the spirituality part in scientific terms, right? But everything he does is the same thing. It's a lot of inner tuning in meditation, okay? Getting rid of what is not true, what is blocking you from within, what is not truly you, okay? Going deeper away from the 3D world, away from the external reality, pulling deep within so you can tune in, okay? And Joe Dispenza explains it as lowering the brain waves from beta to alpha. As you tune into the heart space and pull away from the external world, you will lower your brain waves, okay? This is a process of evolving the human brain, right? Yeah. So that we become more functional, right? Less reactive to our environment, more adaptive, right? So even if you're approaching it from a scientific basis, this inner work that you do to calm the ego mind and to use the powerful electromagnetic field of the heart to regulate the autonomous nervous system and the rest of the body, to come into coherence, right? And coherence is measurable scientifically by heart math, right? So if your body's in coherence, then it's easier for your body to fight off disease, right? Yes. And your body can heal. Because you're not healing. It's your body that's healing. The doctor's not healing you. It's the body that's healing. So if you do things to nurture your body, support your body, you'll speed up the healing process. Right? And part of that is tuning into your heart and coming from a place of self-love when you make choices regarding treatment plans, right? Yes. So the Hoxsey patients I talked to are all over the board, and from some of them are from Christian backgrounds, some of them are not, some of them are just regular old folks, so it's interesting. There's this hodgepodge of people, but overall the common link is that they're very positive about their treatment plan. And I'll bring back Joe Dispenza again. I'm going to link some of his training videos because I just think his work is so powerful. One day I'm going to attend one of his workshops and really level up. Yeah, he has people doing his workshops go into full remission from cancer and MS and Parkinson's, and blind people see, just because they are working with that energy that he calls it a unified field, that connection to the soul, okay, that we all have as long as we tune out the external world, okay? Tune out the garbage and go within, right? So he wrote a book called that You Are the Placebo, which is fascinating because it's about the power of your own belief. If you believe something is beneficial or something might cure you, you open up your heart to that possibility, right? Head, heart align, then miracles happen. So that's why when the FDA approves new drugs, they always test the trial drug against the placebo, right? And if it does as well or better, then it's a go, right? If it does worse than the placebo, then it's a no-go, right? Okay, but the placebo is a very positive effect, right? It tends to have a positive effect, even though it's an inert sugar pill, right? We've all heard of that. So it's all in the patient's belief, that they're taking something that might benefit them, right? So Hoxsey is kind of like that. I'm not saying that the Hoxsey tonic isn't beneficial. It is, and that actually, that is the truth that feeds into another truth and another truth. So what we have with Hoxsey is a positive energy vortex going on, right? Where positive concepts are being put in there, right? That you have a herbal tonic that has been shown, okay, to kill cancer, right? And you have the mindset of the patient that goes all the way to Tijuana, just really, really wanting this to work, right? So you have the heart, the emotion of it, right? And then you also have some facts, right? Okay. Positive testimonials, kind of pretty much all of the internet, there are positive testimonials of people who have cured cancer, with Hoxsey, right? The Hoxsey tonic. Okay, so anyways, and actually I didn't see a whole lot of negative stuff because, again, that's how my mind works, right? I gravitate towards creating what I want, and if I kind of gloss by anything that is contrary to what I'm trying to create. And it's not about denial. It's about putting your focus where you want to go. Okay, right? So it's a fine line, okay, between creation, purposely focusing on what you want, and being in denial. And we'll get into more to the subtleties later, okay? But back to the treatment plan, right? So it seems to work as we Hoxsey patients, in our desire and our commitment, time, money, whatever, to go down there, and we read our positive testimonials, it makes us even feel better, and then we go down there, and the staff are just fantastic, right? They just love what they do. They really believe in what they do because they've seen so many success stories throughout their time there, right? So yeah, that all kind of builds this positive vortex of energy. And so when you go home and you start the treatment, you have this alignment, right? And as I've said kind of all along my videos, ignore what's going on in the outside world because everything's upside down, right? You do not focus on the negatives and what's going on in the outside world, okay? It's not about denial, it's about creation, okay? Right? You pull yourself into the present moment, right? Where all possibilities exist, okay? And the past is just the past. The past does not need to be recreated in the present moment. And that's the key to creation. We'll get into that stuff more later, okay? But this is not a quick fix turnkey thing, right? This is a reprogramming of how we normally think, right? We've been creating backwards all of our lives, which is very inefficient. You're trying to create matter at a level of matter, okay? Trying to change consciousness at the same consciousness that you're trying to manipulate, okay? Now it's about the fifth dimensional way of being, which is to turn everything right side up, right? Which is consciousness first, energy first, okay? Mind first, okay? get it right up here, purify it, get your intention right, okay? Then pull in the proper state of being, that emotional commitment. You know, I really, really desire wellness. I really, really want to self-heal. You know, this is what I am, this is what I'm here to do. You know, get in alignment with that feeling and the empowerment of that, you know, instead of like feeling like a victim, you know, you just get into that self, like, this is what I'm here to do. Okay, right? You just pull away from your circumstances and your ego, pull away and get back into your power, right? And then I think that's part of the reason why Hoxsey has been successful. It's the combination of, you know, really good herbal remedy with placebo effect, you know, that is magnified by positive testimonials, and then an environment that is conducive, supporting that, right? And my consultation with Dr. Martinez was really good, because Dr. Martinez used to work in an oncology ward. He's not a naturopath, you know, he's more of an oncology doctor. He was seeing like 30 chemo patients a day, okay? And the Hoxsey biomedical staff went there and recruited him. You know, saw that he was a very skilled physician, and recruited him. And he, I guess, interviewed him, and he, I guess, felt he was in alignment with some of their values, despite being kind of in the Western world. Okay, and he evolved from there and started working with them. I don't remember how long he's been with them, but it's been, you know, many years. And he's now like this very intuitive guy. You know, he can tell just by talking to me, my attitude, that my blood tests were going to come back pretty clean, regarding my organs and stuff like that. And I was like, okay. And he was right. Yeah, and he's very knowledgeable, and he says he's not technically anti-chemo or anything. He just felt that there's a time and a place for it, and for the most part it's overused and misused. And definitely in my case, he agrees, you know, with my decisions, which is great, because he's like the first regular doctor who has tons of experience in oncology, but also works at biomedical, but is not really a natural path. He's a medical doctor, but he actually supported me in all my decisions not to get chemo. He said that what you've done so far regarding your decisions, diet and not getting treatment, everything, and that includes any spiritual or emotional purging you've done. He said that has really, really controlled the advancement of your disease. He said that given the information, the diagnosis, he would expect someone in that doesn't look like me, even with the arm. He said he would expect someone in much worse condition. And so he said that my immune system and my liver and organs were functioning very well, like you know, normal, good, strong, and heart and lungs are strong. And so the thing is, my CA or CEA markers were very high, which means that I have breast cancer, he said. And so that is consistent with the ultrasound, which did show they couldn't really go under the armpit, but they did show a 2.7 millimeter tumor, and apparently it could have been the original tumor, they said, or a new one, but it was around that area. So the cancer did return, but slowly so, okay? And that it's great that we are doing this treatment. He says that this treatment is really, really going to help me turn it around, because he says what I've done so far is good, but now that we're going to get on top of the inflammation, we're going to really be able to to do some good, even though he did not come out and say, oh, I can guarantee you a cure. No doctor does that, you know. But he said that, you know, it's great that I've done what I've done and I'm getting the treatment plan now. So, so he said that, you know, we're going to deal with the inflammation and address the tissues in the armpit and the arm, and gave me some exercises to do. And he says, for sure, in 3 months to retake the blood tests. And, you know, and he said that in probably just a few weeks, I should feel relief regarding my condition, my lymphedema. So that's really exciting. So I'm really happy about that. And then the gal I met with non-Hodgkin lymphoma, her name's Jan, that I carpooled with, I interviewed her in my first video. She was on her second round of Hoxsey, and she said her edema, because she had lymphoma, she had lymphedema, kind of arms and legs. Right now she has more legs than arms, but initially she had the arms, and she said that her hand was swollen like mine, and now it's not swollen at all because of the Hoxsey. So that gave me a lot of encouragement, and we need stories like that, folks, right? If you're on this journey, you gotta pull away from negativity, you gotta pull away from all the naysayers and the people who are, quote unquote, worried about you, right? Because they don't know, right? The blind cannot lead the blind out of hell, okay? So those who come at you with a smile saying, oh, I'm so worried about you, okay, push them away, say thanks but no thanks for your misguided fear, okay? Because this is a journey of the soul, okay? This is a journey of self-empowerment, okay? If you can self-heal, okay, holistically, right? And this is part of self-healing holistically, is to stand your ground with the naysayers. You gotta do it. If you don't, then it's about group mind and you're sucked back into collective unconsciousness, right? And that's how you got the cancer. You were sucked into the collective unconsciousness, right? So we wanna pull ourselves out of the 3D hell, right? Stay in your power, you know, and when the collective unconsciousness, represented as people in your reality with the I'm worried about you sort of smile, then you say, thanks, I know you represent the collective unconscious. Say that to yourself. I know you represent the collective unconsciousness, or you can just call them by their name, say, thanks, no thanks, I'm just, you know, everything is well, I got everything under control, you know, you don't need to concern yourself about me. If anything, just send me peace and love. Good luck with that, you know, if they drop it. But that's my point. Just try to do what you can to sever the cords to negativity and disengage and create a cocoon around you where you can start building up that positive vortex. The placebo effect. You are the placebo. Okay, and inundate yourself with that type of information. Okay, even go to sleep at night playing Joe Dispenza's tapes in his meditations. It's all over YouTube. I'll link some more. Okay, right? The cat's out of the bag. All the information is out there to pull you out of 3D hell. It's all out there, folks. Okay, right? It's not easy, but it's possible, and it's getting easier and easier as more and more people do this and self-heal, okay, right? And bend reality, right? And show others that things are not as solid as they seem. Scientifically proven, folks. You're in vibrating particles of light, a holographic reality. We're vibrating particles of light. And it's a beautiful thing, okay? Don't be scared, okay, of pain. Don't be afraid of your circumstances, okay? No matter how dark and scary and painful it might feel, if you just surrender to the present moment, okay? Tune in and trust your soul. Okay, your soul is right there. Okay, it's never abandoned you, will not abandon you. No, okay? Okay, these scary little things are just to wake you up so you can pull yourself away from the collective unconsciousness, which you have the power to do as a sovereign spiritual being endowed with free will. You have the power to take back the light, okay? Right, take back the light. Yeah, use it for your own healing. Yeah, all that doom, gloom, gory stuff they're throwing at you, okay, it's just the collective unconscious. Bless them, forgive them, they know not what they do. Okay, you don't need to be part of it. Okay, disengage, move into the heart. So that's my part 2 of my Hoxsey treatment plan, which is doing more of this inner work, building up that positive momentum, being the placebo, okay, and rereading Joe Dispenza's books, you know, committing to going to his workshop, you know, but not making any of this a condition on my healing, okay, because I'm not making any sort of external proof of my healing necessary for me to claim my healing as done, okay? It is within first, okay? Right? Okay, you don't need to look externally, okay, in your 3D senses, okay? Because that's upside down, right? Okay, that's the old way, right? That's the way they tricked you, okay? No, it's reverse, okay? You claim it first, right? And then you start doing whatever you need to do in here, okay? Right? To take that claim and make it your real reality, okay? But it's done within, right? Breathe through the breath, into the heart, using your soul's energy, loving yourself, disconnecting from time. Everything's in the now. There is no time here. Surrender to the peace of the moment. It's yours now. Just claim your healing now, so that all else can begin to align, and hold that within your heart, that you love yourself so much that you're just going to allow the possibility. Yes, no matter what. Love yourself, and you will be at peace no matter what they say or do. And you don't have to react in fear anymore. Then you will be truly healed, whole and complete. Okay, so I have a plan. I love myself. I love you guys. Until next time, I honor you and bless you on your journey. Namaste.